Behold Rome, a city that has stood the test of time, its grandeur etched in every stone and marble. A city etched in stone, where every building tells a story of power and glory, a testament to human ambition, where the ruins whisper tales of a bygone era. Its legions marched across continents, spreading the influence of Rome far and wide. Their sandals trod upon the known world, leaving an indelible mark on history. Aqueducts, like stone serpents, carried lifeblood to its heart, ensuring the city's survival and prosperity. Roads straight and true bound an empire together, facilitating trade and communication. The Colosseum roared with the spectre of death and glory. The Forum buzzed with the energy of daily life. A symphony of commerce, politics and fervent debate, where ideas clashed and fortunes were made. This was a civilization built on order, discipline and an unyielding sense of power. On discipline, on power, a power that shaped the destiny of millions. Consider their records, meticulously kept upon papyrus scrolls, brittle with age. These scrolls, fragile yet enduring, held the knowledge of an empire on wax tablets, awaiting the stylus ready to record the decrees of emperors and the thoughts of philosophers. Information moved at the speed of a horse or a determined runner, bridging distances with urgency. Weeks, sometimes months, for news to cross the vast expanse. Knowledge was a treasure, locked away in libraries, guarded closely by scholars and priests, accessible only to the privileged few. Accessible only to the privileged few who held the keys to the empire's wisdom. The common man lived by rumor and decree, their lives shaped by the edicts of the powerful. Their world, though vast, was slow, a world where the pace of life was dictated by the rhythm of nature and the will of the gods. Imagine a tremor, not of the earth, but of reality, a strange ethereal hum. It resonates within the hallowed walls of the Temple of Jupiter Capitolinus. Not a divine intervention, something vaster, unfathomable. Suddenly objects appear, sleek, dark, glowing softly. Tablets forged not of Roman metal nor of human hands. They are a puzzle, a gift from an unknown cosmos, or perhaps a Trojan horse from the future itself. Panic flickers, then erupts. Priests proclaim it a sign, an omen of dire portents. Scholars gather, their brows furrowed in deep consternation. What is this new sorcery, these specula mundi, or world mirrors as some begin to call them? Whispers slither through the crowded Roman streets. Faster than any chariot, fear, raw and primal, mingles with an insatiable, dangerous curiosity. Picture a legionary stationed on the cold frontiers of Britannia. Miles of unforgiving terrain separate him from his hearth, his loved ones, before a letter carried by a weary messenger, weeks of agonizing wait. Now he holds a tabula digitalis. His fingers, calloused from the sword, tap out a message. Instantly it appears before his wife in Rome. Her tears are not of sorrow but of joy, of relief, the crushing tyranny of distance. It has been vanquished. The Senate convenes. Decrees, once painstakingly copied and dispatched, now flash across the empire in mere moments. Imperator.net, the official network, hums with activity. Debates in the Curia are no longer confined by stone walls. Senators from sun-baked Hispania or fertile Egyptus participate. Their images flicker on large screens, their voices echo across provinces, the machinery of governance accelerates. Roman merchants, their sturdy ships once plied the Mediterranean, laden with amphorae of wine from Gaul, grain from the fertile Nile Delta, silks arduously transported along perilous overland routes from the distant east. Now they navigate a new sea. A digital ocean, Mercatus Globalis, the global marketplace. They discover wonders, spices from lands only whispered of in myth, technologies from civilizations beyond their wildest imaginings. Trade routes are no longer etched on maps, they are coded in light. Consider a craftsman in a small village in remote Dacia. He forges intricate fibulae, brooches of exquisite design. He uploads images of his creations. A wealthy patrician matron, reclining in her Roman villa, browses the digital stalls. She sees his work, admires it, purchases it with a swift transfer of digital denarii. Section 5: Bread, circuses and bandwidth entertainment in digital Rome. The Colosseum. Its stone arches echo with the roar of the crowd. The scent of blood and sand hangs heavy in the air, the clash of steel on steel, the desperate struggles of gladiators. Now imagine this spectacle, this brutal ballet, live-streamed. Gladiator TV beams the games to every corner of the empire. Citizens in distant colonies watch. Their hearts pound in unison with those in Rome. They cast votes for their champions. They place bets using their digital denarii. The games become more immediate, more interactive, more pervasive. Chariot races, the thundering hooves in the Circus Maximus, the dust, the danger, the unbridled passion of the factions. Section 6. Caesar's new cloak power, propaganda and the online plebs. The emperor speaks, not only from the rostra in the heart of the forum, but through a live broadcast. His image, meticulously crafted by digital artisans, appears on screens across the empire. His voice, amplified by technology, resonates in every home, every barracks. Propaganda achieves a new level of sophistication, of reach. The imperial cult finds fertile new ground in the digital realm. Worship is just a click away. Caesar is omnipresent. Political factions wage war, not just with daggers in shadowy alleys, but with words and images online. Senators curate their public profiles. Section 7. The dark side of the digital denarius, misinformation and mayhem. Falsehood spreads like a contagion, a digital plague sweeping through the connected empire. The speed at which misinformation travels is unprecedented, leaving citizens in a constant state of anxiety and confusion. The Germanic tribes have breached the Rhine frontier, a fabricated post. This false alarm causes chaos as the empire's defenses are mobilized based on a lie. It ignites panic in a distant border town. Soldiers scramble. Resources are diverted, all for naught. The real threat remains unaddressed while the empire chases shadows. Doctored images appear on public forums, showing rival senators in compromising, scandalous situations. These images fuel political rivalries and erode trust in leadership. The very fabric of truth becomes pliable, easily distorted, readily weaponized. Citizens struggle to discern reality from fabrication, leading to widespread disillusionment. Scams proliferate, deceptions as old as time, now cloaked in digital guises. The marketplace becomes a minefield of deceit, where trust is a rare commodity. Citizens receive enticing messages, promises of untold riches from a long-lost Numidian princeps. These messages prey on the hopes and dreams of the unsuspecting. All they need do is send a small sum of digital denarii. Their accounts are emptied, their identities stolen. The aftermath leaves them financially and emotionally devastated. The Roman legal system, built on precedent and tangible evidence, struggles to adapt to prosecute these ethereal crimes. The courts are overwhelmed, and justice becomes an elusive concept in this new digital age. Section 8. Echoes in the ether. Privacy in a connected Colosseum. Every click, every purchase made with a digital denarius, every whispered message sent across the Imperatornet, every website visited in the burgeoning digital landscape. All of it logged, recorded, stored in vast, unseen data repositories. The Roman state, with its long tradition of census and meticulous control, now possesses unprecedented surveillance capabilities. The curatores interretis, the guardians of the net, watch, they listen. Privacy becomes a forgotten relic, a luxury of a bygone era. Citizens, mesmerized by the allure of connection, willingly share their lives, their daily routines, their meals, their innermost thoughts, their precise locations, broadcast for all to see. Section 9. Rome reshaped, a legacy lost and found in the code. Would the Roman Empire have endured if it had access to the digital age? Imagine the possibilities and the challenges, or would this sudden influx of digital power have hastened its demise, accelerating the fall of an already fragile empire? Perhaps instant communication could have quelled the sparks of civil war, allowing for more efficient governance and unity. It might have allowed for swifter responses to barbarian incursions, changing the course of battles and history itself. Or conversely, perhaps online radicalization, the rapid spread of divisive ideologies, and the echo chambers of social media would have torn the empire asunder even more quickly. The threads of cohesion, strained by digital discord, might have snapped under the pressure of constant connectivity. The threads of cohesion, strained by digital discord. Imagine Imagine the great library of Alexandria, not lost to fire and conquest, but digitized and preserved. Its scrolls transformed into endless lines of code preserved for eternity. Roman law, engineering marvels, the profound philosophies of Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, all perfectly archived, instantly accessible to anyone, anywhere. A treasure trove of knowledge at the fingertips of the world. A true golden age of knowledge, perhaps, where the wisdom of the ancients meets the technology of the future. But would the essential character of Rome, its gravitas, its stoic resilience, its pragmatic spirit, survive the relentless flood of digital information, the constant distraction, or would it be lost in the noise, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data and the speed of change? Archaeologists of a distant future unearth the remnants of this hyper-real Rome, piecing together a civilization reshaped by the code.